Hello everyone. In this short audio, I will explain some of the shlokas from Bhagavad Gita. So what is Bhagavad Gita? Bhagavad Gita is basically a text taken from Mahabharata. So when Arjun in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, when Arjun was having double thoughts while fighting the Kaurav, Lord Krishna gave him a dialogue about self-realization. So Bhagavad Gita is that text that was given to Lord Arjuna by Lord Krishna. Now of course there are much more in-depth explanation of Bhagavad Gita. What I am doing here is a very small attempt to also to teach myself the teachings of Lord Krishna. The book that I am using to explain the shlokas is by Swami Prabhupada, second edition of Bhagavad Gita, and I will choose some of the shlokas. So let's get started. This one is chapter 2. So the shlok goes by Na jayate mriyate va kadachi nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuya ajo nitya Shashvato arnya purano na hanyate hanyamane sharire. The explanation is, for the soul there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain. Primeval meaning earliest time in history or prehistoric. So the soul is prehistoric. Time, it cannot be defined with time. He is not slain when the body is slain, meaning the soul does not deteriorate like a tree or any other material. It has no byproducts either. So the byproducts of body are usually children or individual souls owing to the body, but the soul itself has no offshoots or change. So the soul is free from the changes that happen in the body. There are two kinds of souls, Krishna explains. The minute particle soul, which is known as Anu Atma, and super soul, which is known as Vibhu Atma. So the super soul is Paramatma, or as we say, the Lord itself. The atomic soul, the Jivatma, is situated in the same tree of the body, within the same heart of the living being, and only who has become free from all the material desires as well as lamentations with the grace of Supreme God can become the super soul. So Krishna is the fountainhead of the super soul, whereas Arjuna is the atomic soul. So he is forgetful of his real nature, and therefore he is having these double thoughts in the battlefield, and so he needs to be enlightened by Krishna to realize his true self. So now we'll touch another shloka. Vasansi jinani yatha vihaya navani grihati naro parani tatha sharirani vihaya jina nayanani sanyati navani dehi. As a person puts on new garments, giving up old ones, the soul similarly accepts new material bodies, giving up the old and the useless ones. So it's a chakra of life, where the way we give up the old clothes, the soul accepts the new body, giving up the old and useless one, and therefore there is no, this is the chakra, and therefore no requirement of getting sad or feeling bad when the death occurs. The jiva soul is struggling very hard on the tree of the material body, but as soon as he agrees to accept the supreme spiritual master and surrenders onto Krishna for instruction, all the suffering ends. So we will continue with the more explanation and more shlokas in the future videos. Thank you.